Alrighty, friends, let's go ahead and make a key. Mrs. Key. Forgot how to spell. Alright, solve each equation to find the value of x. So my first move, I have a 4x plus 12, so I'm going to subtract that 12. I want to get the 4x by itself. So that's going to be 4x equals 8. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals 2. For the second one, that makes me scared, but let's add the 2 first. So that's 3x over 5 equals 1 plus 2, which is 3. My next move is going to be, let's take care of that 5. So let's go ahead and multiply, nope, that's a 3. Let's go ahead and multiply by 5 on both sides. Really it's 5 over 1, but these 5s will cancel out. So that will give you 3x equals 3 times 5, which is 15. And then my last move is to divide by 3, which means x equals 5. Alrighty, for the next one. For many of us, the first move is going to be to distribute. Pew-pew! So that's going to be 16x minus 40 equals 24. The minus 40 is the thing I want to move, so I'm going to add 40 to both sides. Make sure you do it to both sides. That's going to be 16x equals 64. My next move is going to be to divide by 16, because the operation between the 16 and the x is multiplication. Dividing by 16 gives me 4. And the last one, we have variables on both sides. So I need to choose a side for the variables. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to move them to the left, because I want to have a positive in front of my x. But I could also move them to the left. It does not matter. You will get to the same place as long as you do logical math moves. So I added 4x to both sides because that was a minus 4x. Then I'm going to add 24 to both sides. So I have 14x equals 28. And then my final move will be to divide by 14, because that's 14 times x. So x is 2. Now, on this page, it says solve each inequality. Solving inequalities and solving equations is basically the same. The only thing I have to remember is if I multiply or divide by a negative, then I have to remember to switch the sign. But that's only when I multiply or divide by a negative. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and add 5 to both sides of my inequality. So that's 2x less than 10. And then I'm going to divide by 2. So x is less than 5. So I go to 5, I drew an open dot, and I go, let's see, less than, so I go to the left. The next one, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to both sides. So I get 3x is greater than or equal to 9. Then I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. That's not a negative, so I don't flip the sign, leave the sign alone. Greater than or equal, so go to 3, make a closed dot, and greater than, so go to the right. So closed dot for the one on the right, and an open dot for the one on the left, because in one it has an equals part, and one it does not. The first one is just a less than. The second one was a greater than or equal to. This one we're going to probably distribute again. Pew pew! So that's going to be 6x. No, it's not. That's going to be 12x minus 8 is greater than 20. Now I want to take care of that pesky minus 8. So let's go ahead and add 8 to both sides. So I will say plus 8 plus 8. So 12x is greater than 28. And then 12, 8, 20, good. And then I'm going to divide by 12. Divide by 12, divide by 12. So x is greater than, that's 28 over 12. So that's, I don't know, let's see, there's a 4 in each of those. So that's 7/3. So I go to 7/3. I do an open dot, and that's a greater than, so to the right. And then the last one, I have stuff on both sides. I'm going to do this problem 2 different ways because I'm feeling extra kind to you. The first way will be the way I don't do things. And that sounds weird, but this is the way that I would suggest not approaching it. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So that's going to be negative 5 less than or equal to negative 7x plus 7. Then I'm going to go ahead and subtract 7 from both sides. So negative 7x is greater than or equal to negative 12. And then I'm going to divide, but I'm going to divide by negative 7. Now, because I'm dividing by a negative, I got to flip the sign. So less than or equal to 12 sevenths. That's a weird number, but whatever, it's fine. So I divided by negative 7, so x is less than or equal to 12 sevenths. Now, that was one way to do it. Here's another way. Maybe I add 4x to both sides. This is the way I would prefer to do it. 7x minus 5, less than or equal to 7. Let's go ahead and add 5 to both sides. 7x is less than or equal to 12. And then divide by 7. So x is less than or equal to 12 sevenths. Now, again, that's a weird number, but it's the same answer. Who cares? So 12 sevenths less than or equal to. So the equal to portion means I could do a solid dot. And then the less than tells me to go to the left. And I have done the problem.